developments on a story we first broke today on Twitter. A grand jury indicted 4 people in connection with a computer hacking investigation. In the last 90 minutes, we saw 2 of the suspects outside of the Gwinnett County courthouse. A Superior Court judge there on the left side of your screen and a private investigator on the right.
Well, there's a lot to this story, as you know, Javita, a bit complicated, so we're going to take you through it. Now, Judge Catherine Schrader thought the DA had hacked her computers, so she hired TJ Ward to investigate. Ward then hired Ed Kramer, right, as a computer expert. Now, Kramer also happens to be a guy who's gotten in a lot of trouble and the former DragonCon founder and a convicted child molester. The 4th indictment is for Frank Carrick, who's also worked for Ward. Now, Channel 2 Gwinnett County Bureau Chief Tony Thomas has owned this story from the beginning, and we're glad he's with us live today. Now, Tony, the question, can the judge keep her job?
That'll ultimately be up to a state commission, Justin, but for now, apparently, she can. I waited all day at the Gwinnett County Courthouse for this indictment to be released, and when it was, we rushed right over here to the Gwinnett County Jail just in time, as we're the only ones here, as Judge Schrader and the others were booked in on the charges. Any comment on this? Gwinnett County Superior Court Judge Catherine Schrader kept silent as she walked into jail with her attorney. Schrader now indicted on 3 counts of felony computer trespass for allegedly having Private Eye TJ Ward and his employees, DragonCon co-founder and computer expert Ed Kramer and installer Frank Carrick, put taps on the county system earlier this year.
It's truly stunning that she was indicted. But again, we'll fight it out in court.
Schrader believed District Attorney Danny Porter was monitoring her computer and she wanted proof. She later denied any involvement when investigators found the wiretap.
I don't have any explanation of why she thinks that I'm a person who hacked into her computer.
Just before the judge arrived at the jail, Private Eye TJ Ward walked in with his attorney.
Mr. Ward, as you know, is a prominent figure in this community, and we're prepared to defend his reputation and these charges.
Judge Schrader was allowed out on a signature bond. $25,000 bonds were set for Ward and Carrick. Kramer denied bond. The case is being handled by lawyers from the Prosecuting Attorney's Council. They would not talk as they left the grand jury, but I'm told an outside judge will now be brought in to handle this case.
She will use the justice system as she should, as every citizen does, to assert that she is not guilty of this.
The judge, Ward, and Carrick have all bonded out of jail. It will ultimately be up to the State Judicial Qualifications Commission to decide if Judge Schrader can keep her position or not. We'll keep you updated. Live in Gwinnett County, Tony Thomas, Channel 2 Action News.
You know, Tony, up until now, we haven't heard a whole lot about the 4th suspect, Frank Carrick. So what about him?
He is a former Forsyth County Sheriff's Department detective who was fired last year, I believe it was, for violating several procedures in the department. The sheriff, he says, forged documents to get him out. He just walked out of here in the last 15 minutes with his attorney. Both declined to comment on today's indictments.
Man, there's so much of this, Tony, that I think we could just call bizarre, and we are happy that you're going to bring us more. Tony Thomas in Gwinnett County.
In the last few hours.